Hey guys, welcome back to another budget duelist video. In this video, I'm going to be going over my Floowandereeze deck profile. Now, this deck is absolutely trash if you're playing against it. You're going to hate this deck so much because of the tech cards that I've added to the deck. The deck is absolutely crazy. The deck is already strong by itself and already does a lot to disrupt your opponent. But with the additional cards that I added to the deck is, it's fire. It's crazy. I've been testing out this deck for a while and I've won pretty much all matches that I've played. I don't have an extra deck because the extra deck does not matter. I only have it to use my pot of extravagance, so I won't be going through the extra deck. I'm only be going through the main deck, which is 40 cards. So let's get into it. I'm going to be starting off with the monsters. The Floowandereeze monsters lineup is pretty standard for, a Floowandereeze deck. I play triple Rabina, triple Eaglin, one Spree, and one Toucan. For the bigger Floowandereeze monsters, I play one Snarl and two Floowandereeze Empen. And that's it for the Floowandereeze monsters. So again, that was pretty standard for any Floowandereeze deck. And also this is standard. The one Miss Valley Avian, Apex Avian, and the one Ryza, the Mega Monarch. So these are the other big boys that are not Floowandereeze. So for my tech monster, the monster that I think is pretty broken, it's one Fossil Dino. Now I would play two, but I think one is good enough, but I'm considering playing two because when this card comes on the field, it's pretty strong. And it also has a flip effect. If it flips face up, it destroys every special summon monster on the field, which is pretty crazy. So that's it for the monster lineup. Now we're going to be moving on into the spells. So the Floowandereeze spell that I use is Floowandereeze Unexplored Winds and the field spell, 3 of the field spell, which they are pretty cool. I really like them because they do so much. This allows you to tribute your opponent monsters to summon your monster, and this allows you to tribute summon in your opponent's turn or normal summon in your opponent's turn. It's crazy. So for the non-Floowandereeze spell cards that I use one Terraforming to go for my field spell, triple Pot of Extravagance to go, more consistency, triple Pot of Duality, again, consistency. I use triple Book of Moon because Book of Moon is pretty crazy in this deck, and 3 Dark Ruler No More, 1 RP's Feather Duster, and 1 Regeki. So those are the standard, well, not standard, but those are the spell cards that I use in the Floowandereeze deck. And now for my tech spell cards that I use, and again, I think these 2 cards are pretty crazy. They break any board in the current meta. It is 2-dimensional fissure. I know dimensional shifter is, it pretty much does the same thing, but this is a continuous spell card and it will continue, throughout the game until somebody takes it off the field. So I think this is a very good card or a strong card to have in your deck. Now we're going to move on to the trap cards. I only play 4. That is 1 Dreaming Town for, the tribute summoning in your opponent's turn, and 3 evenly matched because this can break any board going second. So yeah, that's it for the deck. That's it for the main deck. Again, I don't really use extra deck, so it doesn't really make any sense I go into that. But yeah, that's the deck. So I'm going to be showing you guys a pretty cool, lockdown that you can perform if you get the right cards. So we're going to start off with Fossil Dino. Fossil Dino prevents your opponent from special summoning. And then we're going to go for 2 cards. I'm going to go for the field spell, or you can have the trap card. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to use the field spell for an example. And then we're going to go for the other Floowandereeze spell card, Unexplored Wind. So Unexplored Wind allows you to tribute summon one of your opponent's monsters when you're tribute summoning a monster to the field. So if your opponent goes ahead and normal summon, the Magnificent Map is going to activate, allowing you to, because they can't special summon, they have to normal summon. So it's going to allow you to trigger this, and you can go ahead and go into your combo, which is normal summon your Rabina. Rabina's effect is going to activate. You're going to go for an Eaglin. You're going to normal summon an Eaglin. Eaglin effect is going to activate. You're going to go for, say for example, you go for Snarl, or you want to go for your Empen. Anyone, you can do anyone. So if you have M-Pen in your hand and Snarl, which is another, great move, you can literally tribute just your Abina and one of your opponent's monsters to summon your Snarl. Snarl effect activate, so you can normal summon 3 times additionally this turn. So you can go ahead and tribute one of this card and summon and one of your opponent cards and summon this, and it just allows you to tribute summon your monsters by tributing your opponent's monsters and preventing them from special summoning.